Hello, my name is Melissa McCartney, and this assignment is for EDLD 5389. This is my Planning the Alternate Professional Learning assignment. So, the topic of my professional learning for teachers will be using digital tools to support struggling readers. So, I'm going to give my teachers the opportunity to have their choice of which digital tool they want to use, and I have a plan to help them implement that digital tool as a reading intervention strategy over a semester. So they'll have lots of opportunities for learning and support over that semester. So the audience is the English teachers at my middle school campus. My teachers work very hard and their time is very valuable. So I want to honor them by making this training efficient and concise, and then offering the follow up support after. So, some of the ongoing support I'm going to be offering my teachers um, will be, since it is implemented over a semester, they'll have multiple opportunities to have some support by not just me, but by instructional coaches and administrators and each other. So, in the initial session, there will be active participation. Teachers will be introduced to the concepts, the digital tools, and then they will go through a choose your own adventure style tool, and they will get to choose whichever digital tool they want to implement. And then during that first session, they'll also have time to work with the instructor, me, to make a plan for incorporating the concept into their classroom. So they'll actually have time to think about how to put this in practice. There will be a lot of modeling. So during that first session, the instructor, me, will model how to implement each digital tool to the participants. And not only that, they will also be visited with classroom observations, and there can be modeling done in the classroom with the students for the teacher um, throughout the semester as well. So there will be lots of opportunities for teachers to see modeling. This is very content specific. This professional development is just for English teachers, and it is covering a critical problem on our campus, which is struggling readers. Because of the pandemic and many other factors, we have many students who are just very behind on their reading skills. And so this is a very critical need. Collaboration will absolutely be a huge part of this professional development. So, first, teachers will be spending part of their weekly PLC time collaborating with each other, with administrators, and with instructional coaches, and they'll get to talk about how they're applying those digital tools in their classroom, if it's effective or not, any problems or misconceptions they have, and how what is the progress of those struggling readers as well. So they'll be able to debrief all of that during the PLC meetings. Leading components. So I'll be leading the initial training. I'm the content expert on ELA intervention strategies at my campus. I have 16 years teaching experience in middle school English, and I am the instructional leader for reading at my campus. And I work every day. I've half of my classes are specifically with our struggling readers, and so because I have the content knowledge, I'll be leading the initial training and designing the digital tool selector, the choose your own adventure. The administrators and instructional coaches will be helping as well. They will attend a prior training so that they can learn what to look for when visiting classrooms. They're going to be doing walkthrough observations. They will do follow ups, meetings, and they will also be in PLC groups to guide implementations, to address any problems and misconceptions that teachers might have during that implementation phase. So my instructional design for this professional learning will be a BHAG and a 3-column table. So my BHAG, big, hairy, audacious goal, is that teachers will effectively implement digital tools to address reading problems in middle school students. So very specific to the type of teacher and the type of student we're targeting for this professional learning. And my 3-column table. So I have my learning goals, assessment activities, and then learning activities. So for foundational knowledge, so the learners, the teachers in this case, need to be able to use the digital tools to help our students to increase their knowledge and skills in reading. So, as far as the activity, they'll have a digital learning tool assessment during that initial training. And then some of the activities is they'll do the choose your own adventure to be able to select which tool they want to use. And then there will be multiple activities during the training where they can kind of play with that tool and make sure they understand it. The application. So they need to be able to, the learners or teachers need to be able to apply these reading strategies using the digital tools. So they also need to be um, trained on reading strategies. So that will also be part of that initial training. And then so they'll be doing some reading strategy activities as well. Integration. Learners will integrate digital tools into their daily classroom routines. So, the way we are going to assess that they're actually putting that into practice in their classroom will be through the walkthrough observations from the administrators, the trainer, me, and the instructional coaches. And so their activities will be the planning time. So we'll have planning time during the initial training plus their PLC time. They can also work on planning and incorporating that as well. The human dimension. So the initial session will be a human trainer. It will be face to face. And then also learners will have those follow up conferences in addition to it. So there will be lots of human dimension to it. Um, we will have individual conferences as the assessment for that. And then learning activities is going to be the in person professional learning session. Caring. So there will be lots of follow up and help and support for these teachers. They will have observations, PLC meetings, individual conferences, in addition to that initial training. So there will be no room for misconceptions or confusion. The the administrator, trainer, and coach will be conducting those observations and conferences as the assessment, and the activities will be the teachers participating in all of those things. And continual learning. So, what the beauty of using the Choose Your Own Adventure digital learning tool selector is that potentially there are lots of different activities teachers could implement. So over the course of the semester, they're going to implement one of digital tool as a reading strategy. But they could also go through, we're going to do a follow-up training so that they can choose a different tool if they wanted to, and it can start all over. So the next semester they can have the opportunity to choose a different tool and learn a different way with again with the follow up all the follow up and ongoing support as well. So this could really be a continual cycle that we could start at our campus. So this is my timeline for and schedule for the professional learning. So in July, we'll be holding the professional training for the coaches and administrators. They need to learn what these tools are. They need to know what to look for when they go do observations and how they can help support teachers during PLC meetings and conferences. In August, we will extend the professional learning invitation to all of our English teachers. So that'll be a video invitation. In September, we will have the initial training for teachers. So this will be kind of the biggest piece. And so this is where they'll do the choose your own adventure to select the tool. They'll have planning time. They'll have their activities and assessments to make sure they understand what to do. October through December, teachers will participate in their weekly PLC meetings, and some of that time is going to be set aside to debrief how the implementation phase is going. They can collaborate with each other, with administrators, and with instructional coaches to ensure that they are getting the most out of these tools and they understand how to use them. October through December as well will also be teacher observations. So administrators and instructional coaches will be conducting classroom walkthrough observations to observe teachers as they're using the digital tools to ensure that they are implementing it the right way, and that and to just to offer some support and guidance and critiques and positive reinforcement for how that implementation phase is going. In November, there will be individual teacher conferences. So, this is where we'll do individual conferences as almost a follow up for how, like, end of summative thing, just to see how things are going, if there are still any misconceptions, if they need any more support, how they felt about it, like what changes can we make, just real reflection kind of piece to to the trainings. And then in December or January, we'll do that follow-up training. So this will be kind of where they're presented with, would you like to try a new digital tool for the next semester? And so they have the opportunity to kind of start that process over with a different tool. And so hopefully the idea is just to get lots of tools in the hands of these teachers to help support our struggling readers. So some resources I'm going to need. So I'll need the video invitation for my teachers. I'll need to create my select your own adventure tool. And of course my plan my trainings for the trainers and for my teachers. And then of course time. We need the time of the teachers, the instructional coaches, the administrators, and myself to make this all work. And I'd just like to end with a quick quote. The most valuable resource that all teachers have is each other. Without collaboration, our growth is limited to our own perspectives. That is by Robert John Meehan. I love this quote. I'm designing this professional learning to show our teachers that it doesn't have to be something they just do on their own. We are a team. We're going to collaborate with each other. It's not just even teachers. It's all educators. We're all educators at our campus, and collaborating together is going to be the best thing we can do for each other, and it's the best thing we can do for our students to make our campus successful. And I've posted all of my resources below, so please make sure that you look over those. And I look forward to your feedback. Thank you.